All right.
Howdy doody.
Hopefully something's working because everything else worked earlier. So I'm hoping everything's working right now. All right. The purpose of this stream is the quick and effective giveaway of this item. And I've already picked both people, and both of those people were picked this afternoon. I made sure I ran through the random comment picker one time. I've got that first winner, and that first winner will be posted here in just a second. And then I have an alternate winner in case the first winner does not claim their prize by Tuesday. So if I do not get an email, okay, so if I do not get, and then the emails right now going across the bottom of the stream, and if that does not get, if I don't get an email before Tuesday, then it's going to go to the alternate, and I'm not going to tell you who the alternate is because it's not important, because the first guy is going to basically claim their prize. There you go, right to it, right there. I'm not going to forget anything. Now I'm going to say hi. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I just got home. Work's been a
Friday.
peach today.
Yeah, it's not a normal Friday for me, so it's if it was a normal Friday, then I would have had an earlier stream, and then wouldn't have
No, I
shortened.
gotta head out of town next week on a job, so
So you got to go up north.
I gotta go up to Dallas.
North.
Heading to Dallas.
Are they making you stay multiple days?
No, not trying.
Oh. Well, happy Friday anyway, guys. It's like freaking sometimes you just like it's never soon enough. But this week, like I said, I've kind of been in limbo, even with not, having work going on. I still have things that are kind of popping up all the time. So it's feast and famine. You're either deathly bored or you got more crap to do in one day than you have time to do it. And that's what happens with me on the summer, because everything kind of comes together like a wedge. So, and this move thing that I've got to do this weekend, I had no idea when it was going to happen. So I knew it was going to happen. I just, you got to anytime you move from one city to another city, you've got apartments, they've got to do they check your work to make sure make sure you can pay rent. And then they ask for, month and a half, first month's and last month's rent. So it's busy. Then you got to figure out how to move them when California is an absolute disaster right now. Gas is what, $5 a gallon now? Probably five. It's got to at least be $5 a gallon, because it's almost damn near $40 a gallon where I live. So, yeah, except if you're in Texas.
I just fueled up for, what was that, 2?
Here we go. I gotta turn my light on here.
$2.38 a gallon.
I haven't heard a $2 freaking gas price in so long. It freaking makes me want to cry. $2.85 in Indiana. All right. There's a couple of normal places left in this world, but it's good to see you guys.
Define normal.
Well, we're going to just say that Indiana is normal, just to make the people from Indiana happy.
Good evening, Michael.
So we'll get this done in just a little bit. But I just thought that this would be, okay, when you run the random comment picker and stuff, and that's what I use. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. And like I said, I'm about the most fair human being that you're ever gonna find. I hate it when it's not fair. So I decided that I would just get it out of the way. I would and then I would go with whatever happened. And I did, and I'm like, oh, cool, that's interesting. And then I decided that it would be important that we have an alternate, because you just never know. and we'll just go right there. And that just thought that would be, it's guys, it's a go-go bird. It should be fun. And if you don't want it, there's always somebody that does, and that's
It is fun.
um,
Actually, I flew that
uh,
thing, and that's
but
kind of
this
fun.
is this is the one I'm giving you, and this I want you to see what's in here so you know what's up. This one actually comes with two extra wings. So here's the original paperwork. So it's made so I can understand it. Lots of color and big, uh, big, big directions. And then there's two extra sets of wings. Here's this one right here, and they snap out of here. And there's the other one. So there's two extra sets of wings, so your dog can chew on it. But nothing has been destroyed on this. So, and an X, so you can see where the crinkles are. But I would just put the new wings on it, but everything else is good. The tail's good, and Steve didn't chew on the tail, and the batteries are all good. There's both batteries are in here. You even get the free little screwdriver, and I also kept the batteries in for the controller, so you can basically put the new wings on and then fly it right out of the box. And that's what you're going to want to do anyway, because
Well,
don't
here's
leave it. Yeah.
here's you the feel good statement of the year.
But
Petrol here in Yorkshire is $6.45 a gallon.
holy Lord. Yeah, I went to Costco today I was going to fill up at Costco. The lines at Costco were so long that I'm like, why is that worth sitting there for, half an hour, for 30 more cents. So I'm just like, I just went down the street. Guys, you guys know today is International Donut Day. And if you have not gotten a donut yet, you need to do that. So,
I don't need any donuts. I don't need anything sweet anymore after making 60 freaking crepes last night.
oh wow, that's right. You were a crepe man. So, yeah, it's um
For those to cook, 5 pounds of flour, 2 gallons of milk, and a dozen eggs,
I
plus a
love
few other things.
I prefer crepes over pancakes. I really do. You can do so much with crepes. You can roll them and put just about anything in them. And with pancakes, I guess you can put what you want on pancakes, but you don't get the same. You don't
Well,
get the same.
they're the best with Nutella on them, okay? I
Yeah,
don't care what anybody says.
yep. Nutella with, and then if you want to, then you get the whipped cream, and yeah, I like them with Nutella is awesome. It's like it's a type of chocolate it's nut based, right? Is that the correct way of explaining it? Nutella. That's why they call it Nutella, right?
Yeah.
Um, Not quite
It's the
chocolate, but
hazelnut spread,
yeah,
hazelnut cocoa spread.
yeah. So it's healthy. It's all healthy now. You can eat as much as you want and you won't get fat. Okay. Oh man, I should be like totally like free with the freaking birds today, with the go-go bird today. But I feel like I've got anxiety. I think I've got my dad's disease. My dad gets anxiety for no reason whatsoever. And you'd think that
You got a lot of stuff on your plate this weekend. So
it's not an excuse to be freaking to be like overly whacked out. So my biggest thing is,
I mean, if anybody would tell me I had to go to California, I'd be overly whacked out too.
you know what? Going to California is so sucky, but I have to. It's in your head. And my problem is I'm driving a truck and a trailer. It's not just driving. It's literally collision avoidance practice. And so there's a little stress that way. I mean, I've been driving trucks all my life. I grew up on a farm as a kid. I drove tractors from fields down the road. Big tractors, big equipment. My so I have a lot of driving experience, and I've driven big rigs. I've driven but it still does not take away the responsibility you feel when you're driving around a gazillion other people. So, and I'm not used to it. I'm used to my lifestyle where I'm at. It's not terribly unbusy, but So it'll be okay. I'm going to get over the me part. And if I just focus on the job, right? You focus on the goal and then it's a no brainer. So I
Oh,
crossed my fingers.
looky here. Eat more possum in the
What's he
house.
got? What's he got on there? Hey fella, how you doing? Like I said, we're gonna get this thing. We'll get this thing taken care of. And like I said, I don't. I'm gonna give away a bunch of stuff, guys. So just if you're like, oh, I want to win something, crap, it's gonna. I'm gonna do a bunch of them. So I'm gonna try to be a little quicker. That's why I did it the way I did it this time. I just want to get this out of the way, this first one, and then I'll probably stay with the same routine and you know just make it simple. Sometimes we overcomplicate things, and this does not need to be complicated. You freaking stick the freaking URL in, freaking pick a name, and you go with it. So and that's what I did. So, but if you're not, everybody's pretty much familiar with the YouTube random picker. So let me just go and put that up on the screen here really quick. Just share that really fast. This thing right here. And like I said, right after my live stream this morning, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get this thing out of the way. So I did it. I'm like, I'm just gonna do it now, get the two names, and then get the first name ready to go, and then, just make sure that it's just easy. So, anyways, you stick the URL in here. If you've never done this, or if you ever want to do something like this, stick it right in that little spot right there. You click get your comments, and then you go ahead and you click start. A start button shows up, and then right there, that thing, and bang, it's done. So, all right. So that's kind of that was the method to my madness. So, and you do that for a disclaimer, just to make sure people understand that what you did was fair, because and that's the other thing is people get really bent out of shape about stuff like this. And the only thing that makes it fun is if it's enjoyable. So the minute somebody gets bent out of shape on it, I'll just stop doing it. That's what a lot of people end up doing. They just don't do them anymore or if somebody overcomplicates the process. So all right, so let's get her out of the way. Let's just do that. So, all right. Um, it's interesting. The two names that came up are very interesting, and like I said, I'd made no attempt at modifying or selectively deciding who gets what, and I just like I said, and it picks the date, and then it takes out of 11 guys. There was only 11 names that came up, so 11 people that commented. All right, so that's good good odds, I guess. All right, so here we go. So this is basically our winner right here. Bang, right there. So that's the name that popped up. Texas Archgrown guy, you are the winner of the GOGO bird, and you have till Tuesday to claim your prize. And make sure that you give me whatever address you want me to send it to. I don't care, and I will get it there. And guys, and the only thing I thought when Texas came up, I'm like, oh crap, here we go. There's a Texas connection. Guys, I have no connection to Texas. I have no obligation to Texas. I just say don't mess with Texas, right?
Don't mess with Texas.
All right. So anyway, I think that when this name came up, I'm like, oh, cool. That's somebody that's been around the stream a lot, um, and that's great. That's to me is awesome. So there you go. There's our winner. Now, like I said, I do have another winner, and actually the second person that came up, which I will keep keep anonymous until this is necessary. What I think I should do with that name is just keep them in a prize pool, which is what I'm doing. And I thought it would be cool to get more than one name, and then we could have later a cooler drawing for something later. So it's kind of like becoming one person wins and the other person becomes eligible for another drawing. So that's kind of cool. I thought that would be kind of a fun idea. Not hard to do. And I have the other person's name on my prize pool list. But if you won already, you don't get on the prize pool. You have to be a runner up to be on the prize pool. So I will let you know who's on the prize pool as soon as this gentleman basically claims his prize. So I thought that would be fair. So we have a runner up, and then like I said, I'll take those runners up. And what I'm going to do with the runners up is I'm going to assign like I'm hoping to get like a dice, just get 6 people, and then bang, roll the dice, done, 1 through 6, and then that'll be another drawing for the future. All right, so there it is. Hopefully everybody's excited for Texas Arch Drone Guy. All right. Um, Kai is going to be. We're going to do the for the next one. Hopefully, we can. I'm going to let Kai basically run the show on that one. On his, he's. We're going to do another one of these. I got a second go-go bird that we'll give away, and I'm going to let Kai basically decide how he wants to do that. How he wants to, because he's going to have a different process possibly. I thought this was kind of something unique that I could do, and then he's going to give away another one. I've got a blue one that was sent to me not too long ago. So this one's green, but the blue one was sent to me about 4 weeks ago. I've been sitting on that, so that'll be given away on Kai's channel. That'll be a Tech Tuesday giveaway. So Kai will tell you when he gets his mind to it about how he wants to give that away. But it'll, if you have to be subscribed to his channel, you have to basically follow whatever specifics he wants for that.
You go. Well, again, it's going to be subscribed to both channels, obviously.
Right.
But
I wanted him to have
hook up something.
Yeah, and he's been really generous to helping me out getting all these parts and things. I mean, it's just nice. It's a good, like I said, a good kind of gesture back and forth. And then it will help, one of you guys, like I said, it'll be kind of fun. Or if you give it away to a young kid and they get excited about flight, because that's the go-go bird to me stands for like excitement in flight. Because when I was a little kid, if somebody would have given me this go-go bird, I literally would have cried, and I would have been excited because I actually remember back in the 70s. Okay, and I'll never forget this. That's how impactful it was. I was in 3rd grade. I'll never forget this. A kid brought in a go-go bird, but it wasn't remote control because back in the 70s they couldn't do it. It was on a string, and it basically flew around on a string. And I thought that was the neatest damn thing I'd ever seen. And he had gotten it from some trip somewhere. You could hang it from your ceiling in your room and it would, fly around. And I never forget that. That was 3rd grade, 1977. So, all right. But flight is fun.
Oh, that little bird actually flies extremely well. It also has a obstacle avoidance thing in the front, doesn't it?
It has a little there's a little sensor. Let me see in the front. It's amazing what they shove into a tiny little bird. Here, let me take this out. Yeah, there is a little tiny. Let's see what that is. Yeah, there's a little teeny. Yep, and it's wired in. It is an obstacle here, right here. I'll show you what Kai's talking about. Right there. You see that little tiny? I mean, even a Mavic Mini doesn't have that, to be quite honest. I mean, that's how technically evolved this thing is. It is just cool.
It's just a fun little thing. I mean, you play it around the house. You can take it out in the backyard, or you cannot take it out to soccer fields. You don't need a lot of room for that thing.
This one will still, even with its chewed up wings that Steve chewed on, this will still fly, by the way, as is. I've already flown it. But I recommend as soon as you get it that you replace the wings and you get that. Look at that. And that's just amazing. I think that's cool. Everything's good, man. He's just everything's functioning. So Steve was very careful when he picked it up. If you want to go back to the video, you'll see. So it's marked by him. It's got his slobber on it. And dogs do not transfer COVID. So there you go. Very cool.
So now all we got to do is tell Michael to send you an email.
Yep. Just get an email to me, and we will get that. We'll get that in the mail. I'm
I also
obviously
have something else to share here while we're.
Oh, what do you got? Go ahead and share it.
Frank sent me a picture of his new T-shirt.
Oh, let me get this down here. Oh, nice. Yellow, cool. That actually looks really cool in yellow. Look, he's even got a brown hat to make that thing freaking match.
So
I like that. That's like I said, that's
sending him a sticker pack tomorrow.
That is the coolest logo ever, without a doubt. Had to get the wings back together there.
But I was trying to get it put in for the hats that Teespring sells.
Yeah, you know what? I wished I could get into the hat thing, because to me that's kind of me more than anything.
Yeah, well, I was trying to do that, but they come back and said they couldn't digitize the logo because the lines on it were too thin.
Oh, yeah, because I would have to do something like, because I think do they with their hats, do they use an application, or do they sew it on? That's
They're
my
stitched
question.
on.
If it's a stitch on one,
Yeah, embroidered.
huh? Huh.
So I don't know how we're going to fix that issue yet.
Yeah. See, like the duck foot, that's not mine. This is copyrighted stuff here, so I can't use that.
Speaking of copyrighted stuff,
Yeah, fun, huh?
I've disputed that, and they're upholding it.
Yeah. Oh, they're upholding it?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, it sounds like now what were the copyright items? What was specifically on there? What was the
The
sound
music for that outro that I had.
from was that a Render Force outro?
Yep.
Why in the hell are they not why are they not copywriting my stuff? That's interesting.
It's that one particular music that's with that one particular clip so far.
Oh wow.
But now I'm wondering, if I can even use any of the other Render Forest stuff, because
I would start going through the
I'm
YouTube
happy little heart
files.
to heart was Render Forest on that.
Yeah, well, that did you write in your dispute, Render Forest?
Yep. I even contacted Render Forest, and they told me just go ahead and dispute it.
Huh.
Use your receipt. Like, well, I've already done that. So now I got to go back to Render Forest, and this is horseshit.
Yeah, because that's messed up. So your only other thing that you can do, what I've learned is anytime I start getting hit by something, you can go you could go into the YouTube music library, and you find sounds that are as close as you can get it.
Yeah,
And
well, that's not my point. I paid Render Forest
right
to get these clips, and now I can't use them. So that's going to be on Render Forest.
Yeah, well, definitely keep
So for y'all that just listening on it, I signed up with Render Forest to get some video clips made with the logo, and I've used them the other day in the show, and one of them came back with a copyright claim on it.
What specific one is that one now? Is it the one with the tunnel?
Well, what's the one I was playing at the amp?
Okay.
Obviously, I'm not going to replay it now. Well,
Yeah.
I guess I could play without the music, but they'd kind of be pointless, right?
Yeah, I don't
So,
this stream is not going to be it's not a big time money maker. it's, it's pretty much a mute. But
yeah, I just think the whole thing is a racket because apparently every John, Dick, and Harry can go in and say,
right.
there's a copyright on that, and YouTube immediately cuts you off. And even if you dispute it and you're right, or whatever monetary was there, you'll never get that back.
I mean, I think that if you have not
worked out real good for YouTube.
If you're not a top 40 music station, you shouldn't have any copyright whatsoever. If your song nobody gives a hairy rat's a about, you know what I'm saying?
I get it that the artist, you know, has copyright to his work. I get
that's why I like Epidemic Sound, because I don't have to deal with this bull crap. I just
well, that's probably,
or even YouTube. I used YouTube music
for Epidemic Sound, but
yeah, I would. I wouldn't unless you're if you're you have to create a lot of video and use. I mean, I'm right at the edge, but I really love the music that comes out of there. But before that,
I'm getting a new camera this weekend.
Yeah.
Or this week. Should have it in operation for the next stream. So.
Oh no, yeah, the 922.
Yeah. And then I can start creating some real content. So.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Yeah, the camera thing is cool. And like so the extra that added gimbal that I added. I'm actually going to do a live stream with just my phone. I think I said that last. I'm going to hook up Monocaster through my phone.
See you later, Sunrise.
Hey, we'll see you. He was all disappointed. It's the first one he didn't win, and I did not look for. He was in. Believe me, Sunrise was in the freaking 11. I saw the thing as it was spinning around. So, but if it would have come up Sunrise, I would have been on his side, man. So, anybody that
I'm gonna have to drop a little hint. You know, if any of y'all is gonna watch or don't have nothing to do yet tonight, you do want to watch Ready Set Drone tonight. There are some very special guests going to be on that show. Some of them you may recognize.
Very cool. Sounds like we're going to have the I was thinking of a band. I hear the Beatles are going to be on.
No.
Iron Maiden is going to be hosting Ready Set Drone. That would be cool. I would be there. I'd be putting up like,
hey Lee, just popping in for a second.
Bingo. Yeah. If you're interested in the who is victorious today in the giveaway, it'll be in the replay. So just check that out. And told you guys I was going to go 30 minutes. I'm going to go 30 minutes today. I'm going to get back with my crap that I got going on. But I wanted to make sure that I did this after I did my morning thing, because I wanted to hit that thing, because that's, I got an opinion on that. And I thank Kai he threw me that link that popped through. I'm like, oh, and then when I saw it, I'm like, geez, really? Is that what they're doing? So I'm not going to go on anymore. If you want to hear that discussion, you can watch that other one. But the SE, the mini SE. So when I looked at that, I think it's a good thing. it's a toy drone killer. Period. That's all it was designed to do. Was to kill everybody. Was to kill the every drone company that is putting out a $300 drone because they
It's
all
it's
aren't
it's
better.
it's going to be the new gateway drug.
You're right. You're right. You're
It's gonna be
totally
the new
correct.
gateway drug. And
Um,
actually, it's a good thing because at that price point, you get such good quality. I mean,
yeah. Oh, yeah. There's absolutely no question about it. There were some really good companies out there. Like I said, with on Tuesday we hit the whole FPV market. There's some people really freaking. I mean, they're putting quality into motor systems. They're putting quality into flight controllers. They're putting quality and like usability features inside of everything. Everything's getting better. So there's no question about that. I just DJI is so evil. They're so freaking evil. They're evil. They're just sly. To put out a $300 product right now is so evil because remember the Spark? Remember the Spark? That thing still sells for $400. And I would actually buy a Spark for certain applications because it is a little powerhouse of a drone. So, all right. I just,
um,
any other comments you got on that or other things that you want to bring up?
yeah, I've got one more thing I want to bring
Sure.
up here,
Bring it up.
and that is a little teaser that my brother plays in a band
Oh,
in
cool.
Germany, and they are having an electric album coming out.
Oh, cool. That's fun.
So
I love music. I love music. So I'm excited.
I'm gonna share
You
their
got, can
their advertisement for it on
we
ours.
play? Is he going to give us permission to play clips of his music? We'd
Well,
have to,
they'll just have to.
yeah, because that would be fun. I love music. I'm a huge music fan. And artists it is so hard to break into any kind of music. It is the most difficult thing you could literally do, no matter how talented you are. All things are that are professional are hard, but I mean, you literally will end up playing at on a roadside in Florida, and you're amazing. So, what you got there? Oh, here it is. You got it up here. Hold on, let me see right there. Oh, is this the trailer? You
That
got
is
sound on it?
their advertising.
I like
They're
that.
what?
Are they doing a German and an English version?
They are they're singing in both languages, English.
Oh they're gonna okay. So they're mixing. I like
Yeah,
that.
they've
There's a
got
lot.
they got songs with English lyrics and they got songs with German lyrics.
That's cool. I like their look. I like the I it's nice and dark and then you got the it's kind of like they're doing the what am I thinking of?
Rockabilly.
Yeah, yeah, it's okay. It's rockabilly, but that's kind of in right now. It's well,
They actually have won a couple competitions with their band that they've entered in
and
Hamburg. There's currently in the semifinals, I believe, for that thing.
oh, cool. Yeah, if we get flagged for copyright because of their music, I don't care. It's a privilege to hear stuff for the first time. So, like I said, I'm a huge music fan.
They're
Um,
called Immersed in Black. I'm going to throw
im-
the
immersed,
Immersed,
immersed in black.
Immersed in Black.
Cool. Yeah, throw their if you want to throw their artwork out there, and I'll definitely share that for sure. My brother is he's got a punk band that he's been with. I haven't heard much about. He kind of comes in and out of that. He's got some really cool albums from when he was a kid. I've got all of them. I got like five or six different, probably 6 to 8 song albums that he did when he traveled around the rock scene, but the punk rock scene. So if you ever seen a video with me holding a guitar, that's his bass, and it's full of stickers of bands that everybody knows if you're in the punk scene. So every once in a while, I'll bring it out and put it on a video or put it in, and somebody will always comment and go, "Is that real band?" I'm like, "Yeah, my brothers got the sticker from them when they were underground, when they were playing in California and then they went up through Seattle. They did the whole van trip, and up and they tried to get into Canada, but the Canadians uh, decided that they didn't have a work permit and didn't let them in. We're just going to play in basements. Why do we need a work permit? So cool. Yeah, if you, like I said, any of that,
I dropped their
link up.
channel into the chat too. So
Cool. Do that. Yeah. If you want to share any of that, that's great. Share it on your. But I would love that. Would be. I would love for you to drop any of that stuff down. That's the kind of stuff that I kind of makes that's more like me, my personality right there. I'm into that. Just something that just comes out of the blue. It doesn't have to be a drone. And that kind of stuff is cool. Even if the people that listen to our channels, they're into other things. Everybody likes music, and we've got a bunch of old rock and rollers, I bet you, in this group for sure.
yeah, well, I just thought I'd spread the word.
Yeah, that's neat. I'm in full support of his musical ambitions. How long to my wife one day, and she likes country western, and I'm like, I don't like country music. It all sounds the same to me. It's especially modern country. I don't dislike it because it's bad time.
Actually, yeah,
Oh, really?
but
Hmm.
well, it's kind of in his DNA. Our father was a drummer too,
Oh, very cool.
a master mechanic. So a German master license.
Creating a new broadcast.
Yeah,
Or remove this destination from the broadcast, then re-add it. Oh boy.
it is on my channel.
No, it's mine. It's
It
it's coming
is
up.
fuzzy.
Oh, yeah. There's something going on. They said, and there we go. Oh, you're live again. There we go. It came back. But it must have had. They must have had a little glitchy. But anyway, I have to hear rhythm. That's like when me and Kai first talked a lot. Um, there's a lot of good German bands, and German bands are rhythmic and melodic. That's the way they are. If you like bands like Rammstein, rhythmic, melodic. Um, the Scorpions, older, more our generation, rhythmic, melodic, and that's my music. That's what I like. That's what I connect to.
When I first came to the States in '92, I worked for a company doing concert and event security, and there was a Ramstein concert that I did.
Oh wow, because they're not super
They were
popular
not
here.
known here yet at that time.
Yeah, they they came. I got into listening to Rammstein back in the early 2000s, and they weren't new in the United States. They've been around a while because it takes a long time to get into the United States. They're all over Europe. Rammstein is massive in Europe, and a lot of good, really big rock bands. That's where they make it, and it's hard to get into the United States music scene. And you kind of know that story, but
Actually,
Rams.
the label that picked up my brother's band,
Uh-huh.
the U.S. market is where they're pushing for.
Oh, cool. Well, that's like I said, there's a rockabilly sound that's going on right now. There's the music scene now is very interesting. I don't even understand it because it's so driven by clicks. It's all Spotify clicks and almost all musicians play live now because that's the only way they can make crap loads of money or enough to basically keep playing music. You have to be a live performer. You have to get out and tour all the time. But if nobody knows you and it's expensive. That's not cheap. And if you're like Ramstein and you put up I mean, Ramstein is known for fire everywhere, fire and sparks and really loud, thick beat. Um, and they do their entire. I mean, do they still do the treadmill thing?
I
They
don't
used,
know. I have.
Sometimes, yeah, one of the things they did was they all would walk on a treadmill during the whole band, the whole concert. But anyway, that's kind of cool. That's cool Friday stuff. Music is Friday discussion crap. So that's why it's 4:40, not 4:30, and I'm out of here.
Well,
That's cool.
sorry, not
Yeah.
sorry.
No, that's great stuff. That's great stuff. Sometimes you just got, you gotta go with it. That's great. Oh, that's good. That's cool. I'm really,
I have to call my brother tomorrow to tell him that okay, they better not hit us with a damn copyright claim.
I wished I had the means of pushing his product. I just don't. You got to have that. I don't know, get the right age groups probably, but you gotta appeal to the 20 through 40 crowd. There's a lot of freaking ground in there. To
No,
go
they would. I think that would appeal to a lot of people with the music.
Well, right, because of I think, like I said, you got the rockabilly stuff is like really, it's it transcends a lot of generational stuff because just it's hoppy, it's beaty, it's people want to dance. You could probably dance to that stuff. You could freaking mosh to that. Would be an interesting mosh. Probably square dance to that.
Actually, last time I went to Germany, I went with my brother because they just that practice facility where that video was shot. They
Uh-huh.
just rented it that weekend when I was there.
Oh, neat.
So
Well, it's now this is fair. This is the time of the year that these bands are out touring. I mean, this is where you get exposure. You go to the little festivals and the fairs, and you got to get out there.
it's been canceled, dude.
Oh, that's the horrible thing about the street performers right now. There's nothing worse than seeing a street performer with a mask on. It's horrible. California, there's tons of street performers, and I always go down to the beachy areas, and it's about a 50-50 mask wearing. Usually the bands aren't, they can't like have it hanging over their ear just in case the police go by and they leave and they take it off. So, alrighty, I am gonna hustle out. But thanks for joining me. That was good. That was cool. I wasn't expecting that. That was one of those kind of interesting, not expected things for a boring giveaway
Well,
stream. So
we
we need
apologize
to do
for
that again.
technical issues that we had here. Apparently, it's
So,
working back now.
well, we'd like to take some of that artwork of your brother's band, and then we could throw that up there for fun, just to get that would be because it's out there. If it's on a live stream, it'll always be there. It'll always be put it on the corner somewhere, prominent. You can do that. See, that's your brother, so you got to go. This is. I tried to do that with my brother, but he doesn't. He plays and then he doesn't play. It's like he's got the what the heck was it? His My Kid Banana or something like that. See, punk bands have weird names. My Kid Banana is his band, and he used to have another band called Smashdown. That's the other one. And Smashdown was a good band. That was a really good band. Holy crap, those guys were they put out some really good stuff. They were a lot like Foo Fighters in a way, but more a punky version of Foo Fighters. Because that was kind of what was hot back then. Alrighty.
All right.
It looks like we've got to run, but thank you for joining us. It
You
was
got
nice.
to run. I'm just going to sit here.
You're just gonna sit and chill. You gotta.
Yeah, definitely check out Kelly's Ready Set Drone stream tonight.
Yes, and I guess there's a special guest that we're going to be privy to, and he's keeping a tight lip.
Guests.
You're keeping tight-lipped on that one, aren't you? Right.
Yep, I'm having inside information, so that I'm not at liberty to disclose.
Look at that backdrop back there right now. That thing kicks butt. That was last weekend when it was not 100 degrees. Now I can't go out there anymore. Look at those clouds. It's dynamic. I had fish. I like to put the fish tank on, and I just sit out there and chill. But now it's 111 today, 111. So
My fish tank's right over there.
I got fake one.
I got a real one, and it's getting to be a lot of work right now. I got some
Oh,
sort of weird algae bloom going on in that thing.
that's called my dog yesterday. He has a weird thing going on called shedding. And I gave him a bath outside in 100 degrees. He loved it. He usually hates his baths, but when it's like that, he was like, "Oh, this is so awesome!" Because it's 100, man. It's dogs freaking they hate this weather. It's horrible for thick, shedding breeds of dogs. I mean, especially Alaskan breeds. They don't do well with desert climate. All right, here we go. I'm out of here.
All righty. Y'all have a good night. And I'll see you later.
All right, take it easy.
See you on Tuesday.
Tuesday, Tech Tuesday. Later, bye.